Hey everybody, welcome back to Double Barrel Cinema, and I'll be completely honest with you, nothing really exciting is coming out this week. We just did Superman, Fantastic Four is next week, and I am prepped for that. We could talk about how it's the anniversary of The Dark Knight. Ari Aster's got a new movie coming out, and I guess there's the remake of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yes, I had very low expectations for a sequel slash reboot of I Know What You Did Last Summer. And if I wanted to watch I Know What You Did Last Summer, I would just watch the original. But it'll give me an excuse to do a horror episode because I absolutely love horror movies and I don't have to talk about a superhero movie for a change. So tonight we're cracking open a double feature that's basically a masterclass in late 90s teen horror. Slashers, absolutely. Aliens, hive minds, you bet. John Hughes level high school drama, absolute perfection. This is a Kevin Williamson double tap of Scream and The Faculty. And fun aside, Kevin Williamson also wrote I Know What You Did Last Summer. In fact, he wrote it before he wrote Scream, but no one would touch it. And then after Scream blew up, everybody wanted it. All right, so first up, Scream. You already know. This movie changed the game of modern horror. Wes Craven directed it, Williamson wrote it, and the combo turned the slasher genre on its head for the time. It's funny, brutal, charmingly self-aware. Characters are literally talking about horror movie rules while being in a horror movie. Fun aside on that, everyone that introduced this movie around the time that I was in high school, they always assume that their film nerd friend is like Randy in the movie, and it just gets really annoying. So don't do that to your friends. You're better than that. But this wasn't just another teen slasher. It was the blueprint. Every movie after Scream tried to be like Scream. Scream kept trying to out-Scream itself as it enters its 7th entry. Horror was smart again. Teenagers sounded like actual teenagers, jaded, obsessed with movies and pop culture, totally not prepared to die. Let's not do the injustice of forgetting the cast. Nev Campbell, Skeet Ulrich, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, and a completely unhinged Matthew Lillard. When I saw this movie, I had only known him from Scooby-Doo, and he is stealing every scene. You may not know who the killer is, and when that mask finally comes off, even on rewatches, it still hits. As soon as we finish Scream, we're going to keep the momentum going, and we're going to switch gears entirely over to The Faculty. If you've never seen this one, you're in for a fun, weird ride. Directed by Robert Rodriguez, and quick aside about Robert Rodriguez, he is probably my favorite director, if not top 3. I would not do this if it weren't for Robert Rodriguez. I definitely wouldn't have this name if it weren't for Robert Rodriguez. So just a moment to appreciate the man that gave us El Mariachi, Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, the Spy Kids movies, which I'm sure most of you have seen. Half of Grindhouse, Sin City, can acknowledge Sin City too, I guess, and the Machete movies, as well as Alita Battle Angel. Robert Rodriguez is, to me, the quintessential indie filmmaker, and everything he does, I will see. Even that Hypnotic movie with Ben Affleck that I think I was like one of 6 people that saw. Again, written by Williamson. This is like Invasion of the Body Snatchers if it crash landed in a Hot Topic. You have your classic Breakfast Club motif. You have the burnout, the nerd, the goth, the jock, and suddenly in rural Texas, teachers start acting strange. Really, really strange. And yes, it's a bonus cameo. That is definitely Jon Stewart getting stabbed in the eye. You're not crazy. You're also welcome for me telling you now. This movie has everything. The same mix of smart scares, style, just with a lot more gore. Why are these going together? Because they are probably some of the best examples of late 90s horror boom. Both written by the insanely talented Kevin Williamson, both centered around teenagers that are way too smart for their own good, and both set in schools where things go horribly wrong. Turn down the lights, grab the snacks, turn off your phone. Seriously, that's like rule number 1. Turn off your phone. Settle in. This is the kind of double feature that makes you fall in love with horror all over again, and it's definitely one that I'm excited to do myself over the weekend. So Scream and The Faculty. 2 movies, 1 unforgettable night, and remember, don't answer the phone and definitely don't drink the water. Actually, quick aside, before we sign off, So Wizard is actually going to be at Fan Expo Boston the weekend of August 8th through the 10th. If you're local in the area, I'm going to be at Fan Expo all 3 days. Adam and Joy are going to be joining me on Saturday because we have a panel at 2 o'clock, and more information on that will come out as it gets finalized. But if you're in the area, feel free to stop by. We'll talk about movies. We'll do whatever you guys want to do. On top of that, if you're following us on social media, I am doing a giveaway. So if you want a digital copy, I know that's kind of hypocritical of me, but I'm not giving away a steelbook of Sinners. We have it available. All you have to do is like Double Barrel Cinema on Instagram, like So Wizard on Instagram, and comment on a video. We're going to extend it out another week. But until next time, let me know what you guys want to see for the next double feature. Although after Fantastic Four, I pretty much have things pretty solidly booked, but I'm always open to ideas. Until next time, guys.